In Connah's Quay, football plays a central role in the community life. The Nomads have been a huge part of the town's identity and a growing presence in Cymru football. This is the story of a club shaped by its people, challenges and ambition. The Nomads were originally founded in 1946 as Connah's Quay Juniors by Tommy Jones, former Wales and Everton centre-half. The club won the Flintshire League at their first attempt and quickly established a strong football presence in the local area. Over the coming decades, the club experienced setbacks and success, ultimately shaping what it has become today. In 1952, the club became known as the Nomads due to their frequent ground changes. Most recently, the club moved from their long-time home of the Deeside Stadium to Flint. Since 2023, the Nomads have played at the Essity Stadium, ground sharing local rivals Flint Town United. The club aims to one day have a ground of their own. Behind the scenes, there are people working tirelessly to shape something lasting. One man that's been a huge part of the club for a long time is Trevor Green, the club stadium announcer. He has been an influential figure at the club since joining in 2008, and his voice has become part of the club's story. He told us some information about the club when he first arrived.
Yeah, we've got much more professional. I came here when Gary Dewhurst first took over the club in 2008. I came from Gap Queen's Park. I'm probably the only survivor from that time still at the club. But we came and merged with Connah's Quay Nomads and took the Connah's Quay Nomads name after a short period when we were Gap Connah's Quay. The club at that time had no academy and didn't have any professional players at all, and it was a struggle, but we got there.
Over the years, a number of chairmen have helped guide the club through periods of change. Their leadership has played an important role in shaping the direction of the Nomads. One of the most influential figures in the club's history is current president John Gray. He was once the chairman, playing a huge part in developing the club. I got the opportunity to speak to his wife, Roma Gray, the club's head of hospitality.
Yeah.
So I didn't know the early an old name I remember is Jeff Thelwell, and one man who sadly just passed recently was Bill Dudley, and he and his family very much looked after the club behind the scenes. That went on for many years, and sadly he's passed on now. But I do what I do now because he used to do it for years.
Without fans, there is no club, and there are few fans that know the Nomads as well as Jay Condron. He has been a loyal supporter for 6 years, rarely missing matches. He has seen the club have some of its best moments, including winning the Welsh Cup and the Cymru Premier. He explained to us what the club means to him.
Oh, it means everything. It's a local community, and supporting a local side. Unlike some Premier League clubs where they don't acknowledge you at all, they take you as a customer. Here I'm treated not only as a fan but also a member of a large community.
In recent years, the club has entered one of its most successful periods in its history. After relegation in 2010, the Nomads returned back to the top flight just 2 years later, and the rest became history. 6 years later, in 2018, the club lifted the Welsh Cup for the first time, and that was just the beginning. Over the next 4 years, the club won back-to-back Cymru Premier titles and 2 League Cups. Qualification for Europe became a regular occurrence. Trevor and Jay reflected on some of their most memorable moments watching the club.
Challenge Cup in Europe. The most memorable game, of course, was when we beat Airbus to qualify for Europe for the first time.
Going down to Newport and watching them win the Welsh Cup against TNS in the 23-24 season.
Tight game, about 8 minutes from the end. Wes Baines, fullback, shot through a ruck of players, and there we were in Europe.
The Callum West goal that to beat TNS 3-1, only because beating TNS in general is amazing.
As the club continues to grow, one thing remains unchanged: the people who have shaped the Nomads from the very beginning.